Apple delays AI-enhanced Siri until 2026. Apple announced that the enhanced, more personalized version of Siri has been postponed until 2026. It's going to take us longer than we thought to deliver on these features, and we anticipate rolling them out in the coming year, Apple said. Net Power stock plunges 66% after cost estimates surge. Net Power's stock dropped as much as 66% after the company raised the cost estimate for its Project Permian, or SN1, from $1.1 billion to a range of $1.7 billion to $2 billion. Due to inflationary pressures and site-specific challenges, the project aims to be the world's first utility-scale clean gas power plant.
Macquarie upgrades Unity software as it gets closer to competing with AppLovin. Macquarie upgraded Unity software to neutral from underperform, citing stabilized performance and growing competition with AppLovin. The firm also raised its price target from $16 to $24. Unity is transitioning its ad network to the AI-powered Vector platform. The platform will utilize data from the Unity ecosystem to optimize ad performance, which means advertisers reach more of their target audience at the right time. The migration is set to be completed by the end of Q2 2025.
Blade Air Mobility partners with Skyports for an eVTOL future around New York City. Blade Air Mobility announced a partnership with Skyports Infrastructure to launch a pilot program expanding its helicopter transfers between downtown Manhattan and JFK Airport. The initiative will gather data on consumer demand and logistics for future electric vertical aircraft, which promise quieter, emission-free travel while maintaining current service routes. TSMC proposes Intel Foundry joint venture to NVIDIA, AMD, and Broadcom. Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company has proposed a joint venture to manage Intel's foundry operations, offering partnerships to major U.S. chip makers, including NVIDIA, AMD, Broadcom, and Qualcomm, Reuters reported, citing 4 sources familiar with the matter. The Taiwanese giant is looking to have more than one chip designer as a partner. However, differences in configurations for their chip-making tools, chemicals, and processes between Intel and TSMC could make any agreement costly and complex. The Trump administration opposes full foreign ownership of Intel's foundry division and must approve any final agreement, though the specific terms remain unclear. The deal would keep TSMC's ownership below 50% to address U.S. government concerns.
Rocket Lab to supply solar panels for 100 OneWeb satellites. Rocket Lab USA has been selected by Airbus Constellation Satellites to provide high-efficiency solar panels for 100 OneWeb LEO satellites for Eutelsat Group. The company will supply 200 panels, including carbon composite substrates, solar cells, and photovoltaic assemblies manufactured at its New Mexico facility. D-Wave Quantum expects revenue to far exceed estimates, claims quantum computational supremacy. D-Wave Quantum anticipates revenue to significantly exceed Wall Street expectations, driven by the sale of its Advantage annealing quantum computer. The company said it expects its first quarter fiscal 2025 revenue to exceed $10 million, as compared to a consensus of $2.55 million. The company also reported strong growth in bookings, with fiscal year 2024 bookings up 128% year-over-year, and fourth quarter bookings soaring 502% year-over-year to $18.3 million. Q4 revenue slightly exceeded estimates at $2.3 million, while non-GAAP EPS came in at -8 cents, a slight miss. The company's cash position now exceeds $300 million. The results come a day after D-Wave Quantum claimed quantum computational supremacy as the first to achieve real-world results with annealing quantum computing. UAE National Security Advisor may seek US approval to buy more NVIDIA chips. UAE National Security Advisor Sheikh Tahnoon bin Zayed Al Nahyan is visiting the US to push for approval to buy more AI accelerators from companies like NVIDIA, Bloomberg reported. He is expected to meet with key Trump administration officials, which could include Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, Bloomberg added, citing people who requested anonymity. It's unclear if Sheikh Tahnoon will meet with President Trump himself, though. The visit follows U.S. export restrictions imposed in 2023 under the Biden administration, limiting advanced semiconductor sales to parts of the Middle East. Sheikh Tahnoon's trip, requested by the Trump administration, comes as it considers revising these restrictions.
British Columbia ends rebates for Tesla chargers and battery installations. BC Hydro, the province's power company, announced that Tesla chargers, batteries, and inverters are no longer eligible for provincial rebates as of March 12th. The government of British Columbia and BC Hydro are taking action to preference Canadian goods in our rebate programs going forward, and to exclude, where practicable, U.S.-produced goods, the notice said. Other U.S. automakers, like Ford and Rivian, remain unaffected, according to a search on BC Hydro's website. Ford makes vehicles in Canada. According to BC Hydro's website, BC Hydro's rebates can cover up to 50% of charger and installation costs. Google's Gemini gets update to use search history to provide personalized AI responses. Powered by our experimental Gemini 2.0 flash thinking model, personalization allows Gemini to connect with your Google apps and services, starting with search, to provide responses that are uniquely insightful and directly address your needs, Google executive Dave Citron wrote on a blog post. He added, "With your permission, Gemini can now tailor its responses based on your past searches, saving you time and delivering more precise answers. Privacy features are built into the update," Citron explained, including a clear notice requiring user permission to access search history and a full outline of how Gemini personalizes responses using data sources such as saved info, past chats, and search history. Citron also noted that Gemini will integrate with other Google apps like Photos and YouTube in the coming months. Oceaneering secures historic U.S. defense contract. Oceaneering International announced a multi-year contract from the U.S. Department of Defense to design, build, test, and deliver a maritime mobility system. While the company did not disclose the contract's value, President and CEO Rod Larson stated, "At the time of award, it is the largest initial contract value in Oceaneering's history."
Ocean Power secures European order for WAM-V. Ocean Power received an order from a European offshore services provider for a fully integrated wave-adaptive modular vehicle. The vehicle will be assembled immediately and shipped, with training and services to be provided in-country. This contract expands the company's previously announced expansion into the European Union.